Hello from Alvin Memorial Stadium in Alvin. Alongside Lou Roche, I am Jeremy Branham. Happy to have you with us tonight on this Friday night as the Manville Mavericks get set to take on the Dawson Eagles. And a big matchup on hand, Lou. Of course, we know about this Manville Maverick team. So many Division I players on the roster. Only one loss this season after an outstanding year a year ago, going 14-1. Going up against a Dawson team that last week nearly pulled off the upset over Pearland.
Yeah, I was looking at these numbers, and one of the things that struck me was that since 2009, either one or both of these teams have made it to the regional round or further every year.
Now this Manville offense, we start talking about them. They average 55 points a game, and they're led by their quarterback, De'Eric King, who's off to TCU after this season. He's certainly an outstanding player, but it's not only De'Eric King this Manville offense possesses.
No, they have a whole ton of people. You got Devon Penniman, quite a running back, and those guys just present quite a 1-2 punch. And then he's got wide receivers. He's got 4 wide receivers, 5 actually, with 100 yards or more, and 2 over 200 yards. So, and these guys all have long touchdowns as well. That's another thing that strikes you. They can strike fast and often. If you're Dawson defensively, how do you slow down the high-powered Maverick attack? Wow, that's that's what the coach is trying to figure out too. That it's going to be quite interesting to see how they match up, because Dawson's only given up 7 rushing touchdowns and 7 passing touchdowns in 6 games. So it's going to be quite interesting to match up these offenses against one another's defense. When these two teams played last year, Manville led Dawson 21-0 after the first quarter. They would go on to get the victory 62-35. Certainly a quick start, or at least not a bad start for Dawson. It has to be one of the things that the coaching staff has marked up on their whiteboard. Yeah, and Zach Smith is going to be key to that. When you look at him, last year in this game, he was 5 of 11 for 107 yards. Obviously, they're going to have to do better than that tonight if they want to come out with a win. Manville has made their way onto the field. Shortly, Dawson will do the same. It's a beautiful night for football, to be quite honest with you. Partly cloudy skies. Expecting the lows to drop into about the mid to low 70s, so weather should not be a concern today. The wind blowing to our right a bit, but not something that should be a huge factor. Once we get going, Manville will be on the near sideline. They're wearing the home red uniforms tonight with the white numbers, white lettering. Dawson, who's still going through some of their stretching, wearing the white visiting jerseys. It looks like the pink numbers for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, of course, here in October. So they'll be making their way out in just a bit. So talking about Dawson's side of things in terms of their defense and how to slow down the Mavericks a bit, how about on the offensive side? Sometimes, maybe you can't stop them defensively, but maybe you can win a shootout. Well, and Dawson has the potential to do that. They're averaging almost 290 yards on the ground alone, which, if you got a running game, it opens up the passing game. We all know that. And they have a heck of an offense this year so far. With 19 touchdowns from their quarterback. That's what's going to really prove interesting tonight. I think the other key is going to be ball control. Manville's had 11 takeaways already this year, and Dawson's given up 11 turnovers. So it should be interesting to see who wins that battle. And that may very well determine how close this game is, or how much of a blowout it could turn into. Dawson has made their way onto the field as well here at Alvin Memorial Stadium. This is our Game of the Week, brought to you by Big Star Ford in Pearland. Certainly appreciate their involvement with Texan Live. We'll step away for the playing of the national anthem. When we come back, kickoff, Manville Mavericks, Dawson Eagles comes your way next on Texan Live following these messages.
Big Star Ford, Houston's fastest growing Ford dealer. Why? Huge discounts, most for your trade. Explorers, $6,000 off. Fusion, $7,000 off. F-150, $12,000 off. F-250, $15,000 off. And now every car, truck, and SUV has 0% interest for 72 months. 0% for 72 months. Don't walk, run. These deals end soon. Big Star Ford, big city discounts, small town dealing.
Thank you. Tonight is Armed Forces Night, and we now honor our veterans, soldiers, and those we have lost in service. We honor and celebrate all men and women who have dedicated their lives to protecting our country. At this time, please rise. Raising of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. The flag detail tonight is from the Alvin Manvel High School Marine Junior ROTC Training Corps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched with so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome to Military Appreciation Night. One of our very own will be an honorary captain tonight with the coin flip. Class of 2014 graduate, Private Damon Burkett, was a varsity offensive lineman here at Manvel High School in 2013-2014. And started at center his senior year. Private Burkett is currently serving our country.
We welcome you back to Alvin Memorial Stadium, getting set for kickoff between the Dawson Eagles and the Manville Mavericks. Manville 4-1 overall this season, 3-0 in district play. Dawson 4-2 with a 3-1 district mark. The captains are out on the field for both teams. For the Manville Mavericks, captains Deontay Anderson, Hunter Hagdord, also joined out there by Sean Dykes and De'Eric King. Meanwhile, for Dawson, their captains shape up like this: Zach Smith, Braylon Mouton, and the other two out there as well, Marique Bazinski and Johans Burnett.
No hands for Burnett.
So the captains have went over the coin toss, shaking hands, and
Captains for Manvel.
look down at the sheet. Lou, did you see who won the toss?
Number 2,
I think it's Pearland won the toss.
All right.
They're on the far side, right?
Sean Dyke.
That's right.
Yep.
So Dawson on the far
Pearland
side
will receive.
won the toss. And the Dawson Eagles will get the football first. They'll be led out by their quarterback, Zach Smith. Joining him in the backfield will be Darius Smith, the fullback, starting running back, Savion Johnson. The receivers, Braylon Mouton, Drake Rayner. The tight end is Osby Mitchell. And then the offensive line from left to right, Chris DeSantiago, Forrest Williams, Sam Pryan, Justin Barker, and Travis Board. The Manville defense, they send out 4-3 look. The front four, Hassan Glasgow, the defensive end. The defensive tackles, Tyler Fuller, Sean Sims, and then Lance Bryant. The other defensive end, linebackers, Jordan Carmouche, DePriest Taylor, Trent Serrato, The corners, Ryan Hudson with Brandon Bell, and then the safeties, Deontay Anderson and Derek Tucker.
You know, one thing, Jeremy, that should be interesting, there's a trend for the Manville defense in particular. First 2 games, they gave up 463 yards on the ground. The last 3 games, 162-yard average. And no touchdowns.
Alexis Lopez gets set to kick things away. Dawson has 2 back deep. Driving kick. Now he filled it at the 5-yard line, bringing it back the other way is Mouton. Mouton gets upended shy of the 15-yard line. He's down at the 13, and that is where Dawson will begin their first drive of the game. First and 10. We'll have the ball between the hashes. Dawson with the football first. We'll move it left to right. Shotgun formation for Smith. He's got it back to each shoulder. He's looking to throw, fires it left, and it's caught at the 20-yard line. Trying to spin off, could not, and he's dropped down at the 20. Tackled there for about a gain of 7 yards. Just looked like a catch made by Caleb White before being tripped up. Gain of 7 yards on the opening play. Quickly in the shotgun again. Turning, handing off. Johnson lost the football. It's on the turf. Manville says they have it. No decision yet by the officials. They're trying to pull bodies off the scrum. Still no signal. And it's going to stay with Dawson. So Dawson with a break, and they actually had the yards too for the first down. A pickup of 5, and they keep the drive alive. Fortunate they didn't lose the football. And then fortunate as well, they picked up the first down.
That was Devin Jones, the offensive lineman that covered up that loose ball on Johnson's carry there.
Johnson last week running for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. They fake the handoff to him. He's looking to throw deep. Smith, and it's incomplete, overshoots his man in Dawson territory across the 40-yard line.
Nico Thomas, the intended receiver on that play.
Thomas couldn't quite get to it. Thomas was calling for the holding as he was running down the field, but the referee thought otherwise. So incomplete to Thomas. Going for the big play, and there was a flag down. I didn't see the flag, but they're going to march it off 15 yards to the 40. So 15-yard penalty.
First down for
and again, Dawson. Another first down. Their second trips package to the left side. Shotgun. They fire quickly over to the far side. Caught. Breaking a tackle across the 45-50. He falls forward. Flags fly. Flags come flying down as there was contact with the receiver right on the near sideline. It was Caleb White making the catch. And the flags coming in from the officials.
Caleb comes into tonight's game with 18 receptions, 392 yards, and 6 touchdowns. One of Smith's favorite targets.
Late hit on Manville. So 15 yards from the spot of the foul. Looked like it was right across the 50-yard line. So this should march Dawson to about the 35-yard line of Manville. And as Dawson drive going into Manville territory. They'll spot it at the 38-yard line. First and 10 there. Third first down for Dawson on the drive. Shotgun for Smith. He has 2 backs. Motion man from left to right. Fake the handoff. Smith keeps himself up the middle. Runs over a man across the 35 and down near the 30-yard line. They'll spot at the 32. It's a pickup of 6 in the first down play. Right up the middle, faking the option on the end around. Rayner, one of the senior receivers for this Dawson team. 10:29, quarter number 1. No score. First drive of the game for Dawson. 2nd and 4 at the Manville 32. They get to the line, fake the snap, look over to the sideline. Smith Handoff, Johnson. Johnson running right, sheds one tackler. Takes it across the 30 near the 25-yard line before Trent Saranto hangs on for dear life, but another Eagle first down. Again, they move the chains. This one to the 27, 5-yard gain. Sets up another first down and 10.
Pretty good march they're putting together. Of course, Manville didn't help themselves extending it with that pass interference and then that late hit out of bounds.
Pistol formation for Smith, two receivers to the near side. Handoff, Johnson bounces off a man, keeps his feet, across the 25, and he's down at the 22. Looked like nothing was going to be on that one. And he bounced off a man to Johnson, was able to run forward and pick up some positive yardage. Actually, it was Smith on the carry. Darius Smith. Pick up of 5 yards. Clock under 10 minutes in the first quarter. They'll empty out the backfield now with Smith empty. Two receivers to the near, three to the far. The motion man from right to left. They hand it off to him across the 20. Looks for the sidelines. Flags fly. Face mask called. As Jordan Carmouche pulled down Caleb White by the face mask, and the officials were all over it.
Number 7, Jordan Carmouche for the stop command.
It's going to be a spot foul. They'll get the result of the play, which looks like they're marking it down at the 16-yard line. So you give them a gain of 6 to there. And it'll be half a distance to the goal line and an automatic first down. And it will set up Dawson first and goal inside the Manville 10 at the 8-yard line.
Won't be surprised if we see a lot of Johnson now from 6 yards out.
Right.
He's the workhorse of this team from in the backfield with Smith.
Johnson's to the right shoulder. Smith is to the left. Smith in the gun. Handoff, Johnson running left. Johnson, big collision, lunges to the goal line. Didn't quite get there. He is inches shy, but a pickup of 7 yards by Johnson gets the Eagles to the 1-yard line.
Jordan Carmouche, you called him once already tonight on this drive.
Jordan Carmouche, one of the seniors on this Manville team, has 21 college offers. Smith up the middle. Did he get in? Pushing the pile forward, and he's through. Zach Smith plunges it in from 1 yard out, and the Dawson Eagles drive 87 yards to take the early lead over Manville 6-0.
That was impressive, considering this is a team that likes to throw, and they marched down the field with a little bit of combination of both. And then Johnson got it to the goal line, and Smith took it from there.
On to attempt the extra point. Bazinski, it is up, and it is through. 7-0, Dawson with the early lead over Manville, our game of the week. 8:59 left to play in quarter number 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Texan Live.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
Back at Memorial Stadium in Alvin, where Dawson strikes first, a 7-0 lead as they go on a 10-play, 87-yard drive, taking 3:01 off the clock. Zach Smith capping it off with a 1-yard touchdown run right up the middle. And now they get set to kick it away. Ball teed up between the 40. A little pooch kick to the far side. It's loose at the 50. Who jumped on it?
Looks like Manville will have the ball. Pearland Dawson had a shot at it right on the line there, but I think the man was out of bounds.
Manville, one of their players pointing in their direction saying that they have it, and now they're going to send the offense onto the field. An offense that's very good. They average 55 points per game, about 470 yards per game, led by their quarterback, Eric King. And Devon Pinneman is the tailback. The 4-receiver set: Sean Dykes, Keelan Stokes, Hunter Hagdorn, and Reggie Hemphill Maps. And then the offensive line, Austin Myers, Cedric Duncan, Logan Tonini, McQuincy Nowora, and Colby Thomas.
Yeah, that Mustang offense is averaging 17 points in the first quarter this year.
Right now they're down by 7. We'll set up the Dawson Eagle defense 3-4. Antoine Kennedy up front, Cortland Shorter, Jordan Rodriguez. The linebackers, Ethan Arthur, Patrick Howe, Mitchell San Miguel, Johannes Burnett. We'll give you the secondary after this play. Here's King throwing it over to the near side where it's caught by Bitteman. Bitteman slips away from one, now cuts it inside of the 45. It is popped, drilled down. As sending the blow was Cortland Shorter, but not after a pickup of 7 yards from the 49 to the 42. On the first down play. Pickup of 7 yards. Quick, you go quick. Pass over to the right side by Hagdorn. Hagdorn reels it in. Take it to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. And a Maverick first down. The secondary for the Eagles, Vincent Fisher, Kareem Jones, Carl Isaac, and Michael Mitchell. First down and 10. At the Dawson 35. Motion man, left to right. It's Hagdorn. Handoff Hagdorn. Hagdorn up the numbers far side. Takes it across the 35 near the 30-yard line. We'll check the spot. Looks like they will spot it at the 30. It's a pickup of 5.
Kareem Jones with the stop.
5-yard gain. Jones with the tackle on the far side. Ball on the right hash for King. King telling something to the offensive line. Now drops back into the shotgun with Bitteman to the left shoulder. Trips to the right side. Motion man right to left. Fake the handoff. King himself takes it off tackle left side. Cuts back inside across the 25. Slips off a defender and is brought down at the 23-yard line. Gain of 7.
That's what they're averaging per rush, 7 yards. So right on the money.
7 yards per carry. You're doing something well if that's what you're averaging. Already a couple of first downs for this.
You talked about that secondary of Fisher and Mitchell and Howell and those guys. 9 interceptions through 6 games between the 3 of them.
So King will have to be careful when sending it through the air. 12 on the play clock. He's in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Bitteman runs it off the left side. Sheds off one man. It's tackled quickly after that. Not much room to run. Mike got back to the line of scrimmage. And in on the stop, Cortland Shorter, already the second time mentioning that name. No gain on the play. King in the gun, trips to the right side. King looking left, now looks right, has a man open on the right side, overshoots him too tall. Elon Stokes, the intended receiver on the far side. Pass was too tall and it falls incomplete. Just missed his man. And now 3rd down and long. King trips to the right side.
First third down play of the night.
See what they decide to do. King looking left, throwing the quick slant, and that one's underthrown as well. He was looking for Sean Dykes, the Memphis commit. Couldn't find him, underthrew him, short opt him, and a second incomplete pass in a row by King, and it sets up a 4th down and 10. The ball at the Dawson 23-yard line. Looks like they're going to go for it.
And Patrick Howell had a shot at that ball. I thought he was going to get it.
4th down and 10. King in the gun, trips to the right side, ball on the near hash. King takes the snap, looking left, going to throw the jump ball on the near sideline, overshoots Sean Dykes. And King just a little off so far with his throws. It falls incomplete. And Dawson turns Manville over on downs.
Raynor provided the coverage to Dawson.
Well, you know, Dawson would probably like nothing more than to avenge last year's loss, which was the worst in the series between these teams.
And it all started with that 21-point deficit after the first quarter. So the start already much better. That's certainly the case. So they'll start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. They started their last drive at their own 13 and drove 87 yards on their way to a 7-0 lead. Run over to the left side. It's Johnson. Johnson, room to run.
Goodbye.
He's on the numbers 40, 50. He's all alone. 40, 30. Safety help on the backside. 20, 15, and he's brought down. What a hustle play by Deontay Anderson. When you thought Johnson was all alone and gone, Deontay Anderson came out of nowhere to make the tackle, and there was flags down at the 25-yard line of Dawson.
Wow, what a run. He got that edge and he was gone.
And maybe that edge was in large part due to the holding. That might be the case, yep. It is going to come back. Holding on Dawson. And that long run sprung free due to the holding on the left side of the line.
Big play, first down.
They're going to call it a spot
74-yard
foul.
run.
Yeah, babe.
That's a tough one to bring back.
You look like you were, I don't know where Deontay Anderson came from. The play that he made just to get to Johnson was quite a play. They're going to spot this ball. They're going to say the holding penalty occurred, I think, at the 25. So it's actually a pickup of 2 yards to the 25, and then the 10-yard penalty backs it up to the 15. So it'll be a first down and 18.
Well, Deontay certainly has some wheels. He's their primary kick returner, too.
Quickly, Smith in the gun, rolls the pocket out to the right side, looking to throw. There's not much there. He's just going to throw it away. There wasn't much room to run. There was nobody open. And Smith just jumped out of bounds, really, as he was throwing the football and threw it away. Smart play by Smith, the junior, who has good numbers on the year, 72 of 118 passes. He's thrown for over 1,000 yards, 18 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on the year. Pretty good runner, too, 361 yards. And his 7th touchdown of the season came on that first drive for the Eagles. Second down and 15 at their own 18-yard line. Smith in the gun, trips to the near side. They'll motion Rayner now, and that's going to be procedure penalty. Back him up 5 more.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way now.
We'll talk about night and day between the way you thought this drive was going to start after the long run by Johnson. For a moment, if you're a Dawson fan, you think that you're going to have it first and goal at around the 10-yard line, and now you're in the shadows of your own goalpost. Second and 23 at their own 10-yard line. Smith looking to throw. It's a halfback draw, nearly intercepted. That was sniffed out and read by Urian Hudson, but he couldn't reel it in. He read it as well as you could, but couldn't hang on, and it falls incomplete. Could have easily been a touchdown interception return for Hudson had he hung on. And now you have to wonder how Dawson will play it on 3rd down and 23 at their own 10.
What he had in the playbook for a 3rd and 23 play.
6:11 to play in the first. Shotgun formation. Smith, quick pass over to the left side. It's caught at the 15 to the 20. Running over a man down at the 24-yard line. And flag flies. Extracurricular on the near side of the field. All the way on the other side of the play. Catch was reeled in by Caleb White. And based on the reaction of Manville's Brandon Bell, it looks like this is going to go against Dawson. Over on the near side with Bell. It looks like this penalty is going to go against was Michael Williams.
There is a penalty on the play.
It is on Dawson.
Personal foul on the Eagles.
It's a post-play penalty. So back them up half the distance to the goal to the 5-yard line. They'll be punting from their own 5. Back deep to return for Manville. Standing near their own 50-yard line. Deontay Anderson and Urian Hudson.
Hudson's averaging 36.3 yards per punt return so far this season. Anderson's right behind him at 23 yards a kick.
Now they both move up to right near their 45-yard line as Dawson's going to punt this one away from their goal line. The punt is off. It's a pretty good one. Running over to the near side, making the catch is Anderson near his own 45. Down the near sideline to the 25-20. Runs right through a defender, and he's down near the 10. Excellent field position for the Manville Mavericks after a nice return by Deontay Anderson. Takes them to the 12-yard line of Dawson.
A 35-yard return fielded at the Dawson 47. Not bad for your second drive. 1st and 10 from the 12, huh?
I think you'll take that every time. So 5:36 to play in the first. And Manville will take over the 12-yard line. Shotgun for King, pin him into his left shoulder. 2 to the near, 1 to the far. He's going to take it himself. King is hit and dropped. Dropped for a loss. What a play. Is crashing the middle was Mitchell San Miguel. Right through the gap and dropped King for a loss.
With the Dawson tackle.
Yeah, you talk about a turn of events you were just mentioning a minute ago where you thought you were going to be on the Manville 4 with a 1st and 10. And now your defense is on the field at their own 12 trying to stop Manville.
2nd and 12. Here's King throwing the slant, caught, and into the end zone goes Reggie Hemphill Maps. A 14-yard pitch and catch from D'Eric King to Reggie Hemphill Maps, and Manville's on the board. Hemphill Maps making the catch and then lunging to the end zone, reaching with the football across the plane. And on to attempt the extra point for the Mavericks is Enos Sefa, the senior. High snap, good hold. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Dawson 7, Manville 7. You're listening to the Big Star 4 Game of the Week on Texan Live.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Number 33, Alexis Lopez, to kick for Manvel. Number 12.
5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Alongside Lou Roche, I'm Jeremy Branham. Happy to have you with us tonight. We're tied up at 7. Manville evening things up after getting great field position at the Dawson 12-yard line. 2 plays later, 36 seconds later, 14-yard touchdown pass from D'Eric King to Reggie Hemphill Maps. This football on the kickoff goes out of the end zone. And now Dawson gets set to take over for the 3rd time with this one tied up 7 apiece.
Well, Manville kept its streak alive. They scored at least once in every game in the first quarter so far this season. That makes, 6 straight now.
6 straight for the Mavericks. High powering attack, and it's easy to get lost with their points that they score.
Well, Dawson became, let me see here real quick. Dawson became the first team in 4 games to score on them in the first quarter.
Faking the handoff with Smith, takes it himself on the zone read, and that goes nowhere. Dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. As Manville defense only gives up 18 points per game, in large part that's due to their last 3 games, where they give up 7 to Dobie, shutout Pasadena, 14 to South Houston. Before that, they gave up 40 to North Shore in a win, and 29 to Westfield in a loss. 4:30 to play, quarter number 1, we're tied at 7. Shotgun formation for Smith, has it back to each shoulder. Handoff, Johnson, he'll hand it off on the reverse to Rayner. Rayner's gonna throw, and it's in and out of the hands of the original quarterback, Zach Smith, near the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Rayner's also listed as a quarterback on their depth chart. They're not afraid to use him. In fact, they've got a couple guys that can throw the ball on this team. Kyle Trask is another one.
The reverse pass sets up a 3rd down and 10. Trips to the far side. Smith in the gun, fakes the receiver screen, throws the halfback screen, and it's caught but falling down to make the, in and out of the hands. Wouldn't matter. Savion Johnson had to go in and out of the hands. If he catches it, it's 4th down and 10 at the 25. If he drops it, it's 4th down and 10 at the 25.
Number 7, Jordan.
They do rule it incomplete, and the clock freezes at 4:11. And now you have to kick off to this dangerous return unit again of Deontay Anderson and Uriah Hudson. Kicking it away will be
Number 1,
Bazinski.
Deontay Anderson. Number 13, Raya Hudson.
Bazinski stands
Matt
at his
Keith,
12.
Manvel.
Hudson and Anderson near their own 40 for high snap. Good catch on the punt. It's a low end over end kick that will be caught by Anderson in his own 38. Runs it to the hashes, now cuts it outside of the numbers across the 40, 30, has blockers in front, 20, 15. Ball comes loose, and it goes out of bounds before it can be recovered. There's a flag down as well. Flags came flying in towards the end of the play. And the second time that Anderson has taken a return inside the Dawson 15-yard line, this one is being spotted at the 8.
Green with the stop for Dawson.
You saw the patience he showed on that run back where he waited for his blockers to get set on the sidelines there for him.
So Manville, well, we know about the high-powered offense. It's been the return unit that has set him up for business. Take over with 3:53 to play in the first quarter. We'll wait to see as the officials are huddling up and trying to figure out the verdict.
Number 1, Deontay Anderson.
Sideline
with the long
infraction
run
on
back for
Manville. Holding on Manville. Personal foul, face mask on Dawson.
That's how they caught Anderson.
That's right. So after the penalties, there were a bunch of them, the drive will begin at the Dawson 24-yard line. You know, I tell you, after starting their last drive at the Dawson 12, they're really not putting the offense in great shape starting at the Dawson 24. As I say that, tongue firmly planted in my cheek.
Well, this will be a test for Dawson's defense, considering the fact that, again, that key play so far is that 74-yard run that was called back. That turned the whole table.
Well, they're going to re-kick this. So the reason the ball's at the 25 is because those penalties offset. The holding and the face mask. And the sideline infraction was a warning. So we'll do it all over again.
Raya Hudson back deep to return for Manvel. Number 31, Merrick Bazinski.
Bazinski gets set to kick this one away. This time a good snap, not much pressure. Spiraling kick. It's not a very long one, pretty short. It goes out of bounds. Let's see where it's spotted. That might be one way to slow down the return game, though, is just to kick it out of bounds. Don't let them return. They'll spot it right at the 50. Tied at 7, 3:45 to play in the first quarter. Fans tune in to the Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you around the city with all of the week's football action. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. That's tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. 1st and 10 for Manville at midfield. De'Ara King in the gun with 5 receivers, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. King will take the snap, looking to throw. It's caught by Penniman at his own 49. Runs it across the 50, across the 45, dragging tacklers down with him to the 43-yard line for a gain of 7.
They're going to the hurry up.
King going quickly. Ball in the near hash, 2nd and 3 at the Dawson 43. Again, 5 receivers for King, 3 to the right side.
Mitchell with the tackle for Dawson.
King takes the snap, fires it right, caught at the 45-yard line, cutting in, now cutting back outside, trying to elude some pressure was Hagdor, but didn't get very far. Spot him at the 43. Might have lost half a yard. We'll give it the 43, no gain. Hagdorn, who's off to Dartmouth after the year. Have to imagine he's pretty smart.
You would think, huh?
Yeah. It's just an assumption, but I feel pretty safe saying it. Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. 3rd and 3. Handoff. Penniman, nowhere to run. Penniman is stuffed. That was King, rather. King kept it himself. Beg my pardon. Kept it himself, took it up the gut, got nothing. 4th down and 3 at the Dawson 43. They're going quick. King in the gun. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the right. King the hard count twice, nothing doing. Now looks to his sideline. Still 22 seconds on the play clock. Ball's on the right hash. King still staring down towards us as Manville on the near sideline. That might be taking their time. It might be deliberate why Manville's not sending in a play. 7 seconds down to 6-5. Head coach Kirk Morton is standing right next to the line judge and will take the timeout with seconds left on the play clock, and we'll take it too. 2:04 left to play in the first quarter. Manville Dawson tied up at 7 on Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Back at Alvin Memorial Stadium, 2:04 left to play in the first quarter. Lou Roche, I'm Jeremy Branham. Tied at 7, and Manville is going to send their offense on the field. 4th and 3 at the Dawson 43. 5 receivers set. King walking to the line, giving out some instructions. King now walking back. King takes the snap, looking left, looking right. He's going to launch it deep downfield. Has a man, overshoots him. Streaking down the far sideline with a step or two was Reggie Hemphill Maps, and King was just a little bit too tall, and it falls incomplete. Second time that this Dawson defense has turned Manville over on downs. Dawson will have it, 1:59 to play in the first quarter. Hey, they got a yard off of that at their own 44. Dual backs, handoff, Johnson up the gut, alone, across the 50, across the 45, and tripped up and brought down at the 34-yard line. A gain of 23 yards on the play.
Well, we saw how explosive he was when he got to the edge, and on that one, he just broke through the line like nothing.
Smith will throw over to the near side by Rayner. Rayner tripped up and lost his shoe. He was tackled by the shoe. So he reached the football out to the 31-yard line. The shoe tackle made by Shamar Eber.
Ryan Johnson with the Mavericks tackle.
Pick up to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Coming into tonight, Manville's defense gave up 10 points in the first quarter.
Handoff, Johnson on the sweep, running left across the 20, and he's upended. Lost the football, he was down. The far line judge says that he was down before the ball popped loose, before Uriah Hudson could jump on it. They will spot at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains, a 14-yard gain.
Hudson with the tackle.
Ripping off some yards is Johnson. First and 10 at the Manville 17-yard line. Under 40 seconds left to play in quarter number 1. Shotgun formation for Smith. He has Johnson to the left shoulder, 2 receivers to the far side, actually handing it off this time to Darius Smith.
Johnson with the carry.
Smith across the 15.
Number 91, Tyler Fuller with the tackle for the Mavericks.
Yeah, that was Smith with a carry that time. Smith wearing the number 2, Johnson 3. It's tough to tell them apart number-wise. Johnson a little bigger in frame, and that time it was Smith taking the carry up the middle for a pickup to the 15-yard line. A pickup of about 2. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. Pretty entertaining first quarter. Dawson took the early lead. Manville would respond. And as we stand, we're tied at 7 with Dawson driving when we come back. Quarter number 2 on Texan Live. Register online at CESperformance.com for your sports performance program. CESperformance.com has multi-month memberships and team training. CESperformance.com has baseline performance testing included with every athletic development program. Schedule your athletic evaluation at CESperformance.com. There's no cost or commitment. Be prolific at CESperformance.com. Quarter number 2, Alvin Memorial Stadium. Manville and Dawson tied up at 7. Dawson has the football at the Manville 15-yard line, facing a second down and 8. Dual backs for Smith. Handoff fakes to Johnson. Smith loses the football and Manville recovers it. Smith had it knocked out of his hands and popped free on the turf around the 17, and jumping on the football was Shamar Abair, the senior, and the first turnover of the game goes to Manville.
You know, we talked about those turnovers before the game started, and Manville's recovered 11 fumbles already this year in just 5 games, and Dawson's given up 6. This makes number 7.
That was one of your keys, that if you're trying to knock off the Manville Mavericks, one area they have to win. One of the areas you have to win is the turnover battle. The Mavericks will have it at their own 12-yard line. They start this drive, 11:54 to play in the first half. King, handoff, Pittman runs right over a man, sheds one other, and the pile still finally brings it down as he keeps his feet turning across the 20 and to the 23-yard line, a pickup of 11, but he had no business gaining anything at all.
Yeah, you saw him step out of that tackle, literally, had him right around the ankle and stepped away and gained another 6.
First down.
Well, that was a big hit delivered by Pittman, who's headed to the SEC after this season. Commit to Ole Miss. Going a little slower now are King and the Mavericks. 12 seconds on the play clock. Ball on the near hash, trips to the far side for King. King fakes the handoff. Pittman throws it over the near side, caught at the 25, across the 30, and down near the 35-yard line on the quick bubble screen to Eric Bennett, the junior. Bennett getting his first action of the game, takes it to the 35-yard line, a pickup of a dozen, and back-to-back first downs for the Mavericks. Four receivers, 2 each way for King in the gun. Pittman to the right shoulder. Handoff, Pittman. Counter, left side, running it. He takes it across the 40 to the 41. For him, a small gain of 6. It goes to your average yard per carry. Boy, you're picking up 5, 6, 7 yards a carry. You can really just eat up some defenses.
Yeah, as a team, they're picking up almost 7, and then Penniman averages 10. So you're right, it was a short gain for him.
Handoff, Pittman across the 45, across midfield into Dawson territory, over to the sideline to the 30, 20, 15. It's a foot race, cuts back inside, and he will score. Devin Pittman takes it the distance. 59 yards on the touchdown run as Pittman had to make one more man miss and cut to the inside to find the end zone. And for the first time tonight, Manville has the lead, 13-7.
Well, it looked like Carl Isaac on Dawson had a shot at him there. He didn't get him.
Usually takes more than one man to bring down Devon Pittman, and that was the case there. They will attempt the extra point now, the Manville Mavericks. Sefa put it through.
The extra point is good.
And Manville with the lead, 14-7, 10:24 left to play in the second quarter. Back with the Manville kick after this on Texan Live.
All Spas is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
$10:24 left to play in the first half. Manville in front 14-7. Lou, you were mentioning it during break. This Manville offense, they can go up and down the field in a hurry, and that was certainly the case in that last series.
Absolutely. 88 yards, a minute and a half, 4 plays. Not bad.
Not bad. Alexis Lopez gets set to kick this one away. A high end over end kick. Caught at the 5. Bringing it up for Dawson. Across the 15 to the 20. Hit and drop. Forward progress will take him to the 20-yard line. As the return man.
London Harris with the tackle for Manville.
Looked like Michael Williams. But Dawson will have it there. The 20-yard line. Dawson will open up, trailing for the first time, 14-7. Quickly, handoff Johnson. Johnson running right, gets it across the 20, gets hit, and he's dropped. Pickup of 2 yards, the 22.
Jordan Cormouche.
Number 7.
He can play, I'm telling you. We mentioned right as we went on the air that this Manville team has a handful, maybe more than a handful of Division I talent. Cormouche, one of those names in that mix. Second down and 8. Their own 22 for Dawson. Smith in the gun, looking right, throwing right, caught by Johnson. And Johnson is hit near the sidelines. The Dawson coaching staff wanted a late hit. It really wasn't much of a hit. It was more of just a little hand in the back, and Johnson sold it a bit. But it is a pickup of 2 yards on the pass completion to Johnson. And Carmouche, again, the nearest Maverick in the area.
They had a similar play last night at the Texans game, like just that one we just saw where put his hand on his back and they called him.
Yeah, you got to be careful anytime you're near those sidelines. Third down and 6 at their own 24. Smith in the gun. Smith dropping back, rolling right. Flags fly. 2 flags fly, and Smith's just going to throw this one away. Smith kind of gave up on the play, and Smith, with that holding penalty, you'd be wise to still get a first down because then you force Manville to accept.
Holding on the Eagles.
Dawson's not going to, or Manville rather, is not going to accept this penalty. And that will force Dawson to punt it away.
Dawson came into tonight with 68 penalties, so averaging almost 11 a game, 354 yards already this season in penalties.
Here comes the Dawson punt unit. Bazinski will punt it away. We've already seen a couple of times Deontay Anderson. He returned one kick to the 12, returned another to the 10-yard line that was called back on penalty.
Back deep to return from Manvel.
Bazinski stands around his 10. Short kick. This one's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, let's see where they mark it. Inside the 30-yard line at the 28. And that time it was Bazinski. You know, he had the return game of Manville in the back of his mind. He was trying to put it out of bounds, keep it away from the returners, and he just shanked it.
Yep, he did. Right off the side of his foot.
One official, the line judge, had it inside the 30 at the 28. He might be overruled by the field judge, who's going to mark it down at the 34. It's interesting. So Manville will start at their own 34-yard, the Dawson 34-yard line.
Yeah, I thought I'd gone out at about the 35. That's what I had.
Yeah, we had a pretty good look at that. First and 10 for Manville. They lead at 14-7.
Either way, they're winning the field position game right now and the ball game.
Brandon McCarty checks into the game for Penniman to the left shoulder of King. Trips to the far side for King. Handoff, fakes to McCarty, keeping himself as King, and it was a bad decision on the read because he dropped at the 38. In the 37-yard line, a loss of the play of 3 yards.
Mitchell San Miguel
On that tackle.
And Miguel has had his name called a couple of times. It's pretty good so far tonight. Snap goes to King. King on the screen. It's caught. The 35-30. It's McCarty to the 20, near sideline across the 15-yard line. And he's dropped down at the 11. Gain of 26 for Manville.
Number 30, Kareem Jones with the tackle for Dawson.
John Barron State Farm.
Big pickup. First and 10 at the Dawson 11. King in the gun. 8.5 to play in the second quarter. King has 2 receivers to the near side, 1 alone to the left side. Trying to match him up. They'll throw the jump ball, and it is incomplete. They were looking for hip hill maps in the corner of the end zone. It was batted away
Intended for Sean Dyke.
at the last moment.
Well, one thing hurting this Dawson team,
Number 9, Michael
Manville throws
Mitchell
it as
with the breakup for
yards
Dawson.
after the catch.
That was Mitchell on coverage knocking it away. Second down and 10, ball at the 11. Handoff, McCarty running off tackle right, tripped up,
Number
brought
20,
down
Brandon McCarty with the carry for Manville.
to the 6-yard line to pick up a 5 yards.
Number 97, Desmond Clifton with the tackle for Dawson.
8 minutes and counting in the second quarter. Manville leads Dawson 14-7. King has McCarty to his left shoulder. 2 receivers in the near. We're going to get some flags and whistles. Procedure penalty on Manville. False start, back them up 5 yards. So the 5 yards they just picked up, they lost on that penalty.
I think that's their first penalty since the opening drive when they had that pass interference and that late hit. So they've tightened it up.
They had the offsetting penalty as well that cost them that big return. Not sure if that counts against the numbers, but it's one that they certainly wish they didn't commit. Sam Smith now will check in for McCarty as he'll get a blow. And King will have, before that, timeout taken by Manville. Their second timeout charged in this first half, and we'll take it too. 7:21 left to play in the first half. It's Manville leading Dawson 14-7 on Texan Live.
At Cavenders, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face. Working with my partner.
8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavenders, don't just wear it, live it.
$7:21 left to play in the second quarter. Manville comes back out with a 4-receiver set, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near. King to the gun with Sam Smith off to the left shoulder. They'll motion Smith out of the backfield to the near side. King looking right now, looking left, going to throw it wide open, back left corner of the end zone, reeling it in all alone for the Mavericks as they get the easy touchdown.
Yeah, you had broken coverage on that play.
Hunter Hagdorn reeling it in. All alone. Second touchdown pass of the game for King, as this time he connects with Hagdorn. Now Seth will come on to attempt the extra point.
Reggie Hemphill holding.
Hemphill Maps will hold this one. Good snap, good hold, kick is up and through. Manville now in front 21-7. 7:15 left to play in the second quarter. Back after these messages on Texan Live.
Come enjoy the heart of Katy, Texas, one of the most delightful cities in the Lone Star State. The best part? It's a short drive from Houston and minutes from the Energy Corridor. With places to stay and places to play, anything you'd like to eat, and an old town charm that can't be beat. Activities and fun for the entire family. Enjoy the best of both worlds in the City of Champions, Katy, Texas. For more information, go to cityofkaty.com.
Back with Lou Rosh, I'm Jeremy Branham. Happy to have you with us tonight as Manville now leads 21-7 over Dawson. Dawson took the first lead of the game as they scored on the opening drive. Since then, Manville's outscored them 21-0. Manville getting set to kick this one away. Good kick. Caught inside the 10-yard line. Running it back to the right side of the field, across the 10, towards the 15. Now trying to reverse gears again, and that was a bad decision. As Mouton was trying to bring it over to the near side, there just wasn't any room to run. That Manville kick coverage team has been outstanding tonight, as I don't think there's been a drive start by Dawson on a kick past the 20.
Yeah, and it's never good when you're running east and west instead of north and south.
Never. This one, the drive will start at their own 12-yard line. Handoff, Johnson running right towards the sidelines, has his feet taken out from underneath as he went out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line.
Savion Johnson with the carry for Dawson.
Looks like he got to the 18 of 6.
Bell with the tackle.
Bell with the tackle. Last drive for Manville, 5 plays, 66 yards, 2 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock. 11-yard touchdown pass by the Eric King to Hunter Hagdorn. Second touchdown pass for King in the game. Handoff Johnson. Johnson up the middle across the 20-yard line. That's good enough for the first down. They'll edge of the football, gets to the 25.
Johnson with the run.
King had 4 touchdown passes last year's game. 6 and 2 in a game and almost a game and a half.
Tyler Fuller with the tackle.
Probably didn't play for that fourth quarter last year. A lot of touchdowns in a short amount of work. Gain of 7 for Johnson. First down and 10 at their own 25. Smith's in the gun. Handoff up the middle.
Number 3.
Across the 25 to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 2 yards.
91, Tyler Fuller with the tackle.
Went to Johnson again. Shotgun for Smith. 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. 2 backs in the backfield. Smith's going to throw, pitch and catch, caught across the 30-yard line. Late flag flies. Might have been a late hit. Catch was made by Mouton on the far side.
Zach Smith's pass to Braylon.
Looked like Sean Sims was the one who hit Smith right around the time that he threw it.
Bell with the tackle.
And referee thinks it was after he threw it.
We have a roughing the passer penalty on Manville.
So another personal foul on Manville.
That's an automatic first down.
We'll give Dawson another first down. He takes the football all the way to the 46 of Dawson.
This first down.
Dawson at times has shown that they can drive on this Manville defense. As we're under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter, 21-7. Handoff goes to Johnson. Johnson right near side. He is stuck and he is wrapped up and he is dragged down as Derek Tucker, the safety, coming in and delivering a blow to Johnson and dropping him for a loss. Back to the 43. And a late flag flies.
Talk about stopping somebody in their tracks.
That'd be the perfect way to describe that. The line judge throws a flag late. It's going to be a sideline infraction again, I think. Yeah. Second time they've done it. 5-yard penalty.
There's a penalty on the sideline.
They lost 3. They gained 5 on the sideline infraction. Looking now to 2nd down and 8. It was a net positive for Dawson.
You lose 3 and gain 5. Pretty good.
Hey, I'm not the one going to Dartmouth.
How you like that, Matt?
2nd and 8, throw to the far side. Caught at the 45 at Dawson. Sprints across the numbers, across the 50. Caleb White reeling it in. The yards after the catch take him to the 47.
Number 1, Deontay Anderson. Number 7, Jordan Carluge.
Pick up of 5 yards.
For Manvel.
They're looking at a 3rd down and 3 at the Manville 45. Under 5 minutes to play in the half. Smith in the gun. Fire to the right side, caught by Rayner. Rayner, the run after the catch will see where if he stepped out of bounds before he went out. It's going to be awfully close to that 1st down marker, and it's going to be enough for a 1st down.
The nose of the football.
The nose of the football. Nose of the ball brought it out to the 44. And that was enough for the 1st down.
And notice both offenses are going to those quick wide receiver outs.
1st and 10 at the Maverick 44-yard line. 4:41 and counting in the 2nd quarter. Smith's in the shotgun with a back to each shoulder. This one's going to go to the big one. Thibodeau up the middle. And Thibodeau across the 40 and near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. As Chase Thibodeau, the junior, who's only touched the ball 16 carries this year, gets his 1st carry and reels off 9 yards.
Jordan Carluge with the tackle for Manvel.
You know, we talked about what Manville did on offense on the ground. Pearland's 8.7 per rush.
Yeah, they can run it too. Dawson as a team's averaging 45 points offensively per game. Handoff Johnson. Johnson has enough for the 1st down as he runs it up the middle. Still pulling people down with him, and a late flag flies across the 30 to the 25. He's down at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 yards, and then the face mask penalty comes on the back side of it. And that's going to take it deeper into the red zone now for Dawson against this Manville defense.
Personal foul against Manvel, automatic 1st down.
So half the distance to the goal from the spot of the foul. They'll place it in between the 12 and the 13.
Well, just when I thought they were tightening up on their penalties, they have 2 big ones on this drive again.
3:44 and counting. Manville leads Dawson 21-7. Smith's in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the near, 1 to the far. Handoff Johnson right at the gut. Johnson, another flag flies. Johnson gets it to the 10. It's a gain of 3, and there's just another flag. Another face mask. Johnson starting to jaw a little bit with the Manville D. And one of the offensive linemen comes and tells Johnson to cool down. Half a distance to the goal after the end of the run. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 5.
We do have a penalty against the Mavericks.
First and goal at the 5. Handoff Johnson. Johnson cuts it back to the left side, and he's tripped up just shy of the goal line. Gain of 4 to the 1. Johnson was running right, cut it back the other way. And nearly found his way into the end zone.
Number 25.
Yeah, you saw how he squeezed through that little seam there,
for the Mavericks.
that crease.
Under 3
Just
minutes to
about
play.
stuck it across.
Yeah, he did. It was a nice little move. We're going to get a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 2:52 left to play in the first half. It's Manville leading Dawson 21-7 on Texan Live.
Cerna is a local family-owned business located right on Will Clayton and a one-stop shop for your home, auto, liability, and business insurance needs. Please stop in or give us a call at 281-812-9775. We're also proud to support all of the Humble ISD athletes.
.252 left to play in the second quarter. I'm Jeremy Branham alongside Lou Roche. Happy to have you with us tonight. Manville in front, 21-7. Dawson driving, though. They face a second and goal at the Manville 1. Zach Smith will come out in a shotgun formation. Johnson to his left shoulder, Thibodeau to his right. Two receivers to the right side. Handoff, Johnson up the middle, and he's in. Johnson takes it in from 1 yard out and cuts the deficit in half, pinning the extra point. First time Johnson's got into the end zone tonight, which is 8th touchdown run of the year.
Well, during that timeout, Manville took Brian Johnson, their sophomore linebacker, off the field. Looks like they're trying to tape up either his fingers or a wrist.
On to attempt the extra point is Bazinski. Bazinski is good.
And the extra point is good.
So we'll step away one more time. Manville in front of Dawson, 21-14 after the 1 yard touchdown run by Sevion Johnson. Back in a bit on Texan Live.
Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But All Spas is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, All Spas is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. All Spas is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
2:48 left to play in the second quarter. Manville in front of Dawson, 21-14. Dawson gets set to kick it away after the 1 yard touchdown run by Johnson, capping off a long 13-play, 66-yard drive, taking off 4:27 off the clock. Little pooch kick caught by Manville at the 30. They have the far sideline across the 50, 40, 30. The 25 to the 20, as taking it is Jalen Preston all the way into the end zone. There's flags down at the Manville 40. Manville had flags down at their own 41-yard line. It's going to be a holding penalty. So the holding penalty will bring this one back.
Wow.
An exciting run, though, by Jalen Preston.
Yeah, he got on that outside far sideline, and he was just leaving people behind. There was nobody catching him.
The spot foul at the 40 backs him up to the 30-yard line. At 2 minutes, 36 seconds, plenty of time for this Maverick offense. De'Eric King, 2 touchdown passes so far tonight. One to Hemphill Maps and the other to Hunter Hagdorn. Shotgun for King. He has 2 backs to the right side of him. Turns, fakes the handoff, Penniman, throws it to Hemphill Maps on the slant. Threw it behind him a bit. Good adjustment by Hemphill Maps to make the grab at the 41-yard line. So pick up a 10 and good enough for the first down. If he leads them, that might have been a score. King will go quick. leading by 7. Ball on the near hash, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left side. Handoff, Pinnaman bouncing around. Now runs forward across the right to the 45-yard line when he's tripped up. Gain of 4. We have a player down. We'll take the break as he gets attended to. 2:14 left to play in the second quarter. Manville in front of Dawson, 21-14 on Texan Live.
With the tackle.
We then look to test every 4 to 8 weeks and also at the end of a training period. 2 reasons being, the first, that we can assess each athlete's progress over the weeks that you train with us here. The second mainly being to make comparison between athletes of different ages, sports and genders, so we can get you a good comparison of where you currently stand. There's no better way of doing that than through numbers to show how we're kind of progressing here at CEF.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid, but sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Ironman Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Hey fans, this is Marvin Driver with Texan Drive Team. Need a car, sedan, truck, van, SUV? Come to the dealership where we treat you better.
I'm Brian Bohannon with the Texan Drive Team. If you want to get your preferred pricing, make sure you come see us.
This is Tom Huberty at TexanDrive.com. Please come see me for all your vehicle needs. I can sell GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, any pre-owned vehicle of your choice.
And I'm Nate Shaw. Make sure when you come in, ask for your Texan Drive Team. Best deals, best prices every day.
TexanDrive.com, we treat you better.
.2:14 left to play in the second quarter. Manville leads Dawson 21-14. Fans, Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. A big Saturday slate is on tap tomorrow with 5 games in the area. A pair of 2 o'clock games. Atascocita looks to rebound against Oak Ridge. Big matchup in spring as Klein Collins faces off against Westfield. A trio of games kick off at 6 as Katy faces Seven Lakes. Humble takes on Porter, and Cy-Fair and Langham Creek square off, all on Texan Live, your new home for Houston High School sports. Here's King taking the shotgun snap, throwing it on a deep slant, caught into Dawson territory across the 40-yard line and to the 36. That's Reggie Hemphill maps again, second catch on the drive. Gain of 19 on the play.
That was great coverage, too, by Drake Grenier. He was all over him. That was just a perfectly thrown ball.
First down, Manvel.
A minute 47 and counting. Left to play in the half. Here's King dropping back, looking to throw. King looking right, now looking left. It was well covered. Now looking to run across the 35, and he just tucked it out of bounds. Stops the clock with a minute 37 left. And he picks up a yard to the 35.
Forced out of bounds by Dawson's Michael.
Yeah, 1:37 left on the clock till halftime. Plenty of time for Manville.
Yep.
We've seen how quick they can score tonight.
Second down and 9. Ball at the 35-yard line. In Dawson territory is King in the gun. Trips to the near side. Now they'll move a motion man from right to left. It's Stokes. Looking to throw is King. Here comes some pressure. Flushing him out of the pocket to the right side. Throws on the run, and it's caught inside the 25 towards the 20-yard line as Hunter Hagthorne in between the hashes. And he gets it to the 19-yard line.
This first down is brought to you by
Pick up of
John
16
Barron
yards.
State Farm.
Another first down for Manville. Minute 23 and counting. Handoff, Pinnaman quickly, right at the gut. Pinnaman cuts it out to the right side, inside the 10. Lost the ball as he was falling down. And the line judge on the near side says that he was down before he lost the football. Gain to the 8 to pick up of 11.
10, Patrick Howell with the tackle for Dawson.
You see the quick explosiveness of Penniman through the hole, you know, quickly into that secondary where he's got space.
Yeah, he's a good back. King in the gun. Takes the snap, option to the right side. King will fake the pitch, keeps it himself, looks for the pylon, dives in, and he is in. De'Eric King
Touchdown run for Manvel.
leaping into the end zone for the score. 8-yard run by King. It's his third touchdown of the game. 2 by air, 1 by, well, that one was by air a little bit as well as he came off his feet and dove into the end zone. A rushing touchdown for De'Eric King, his third touchdown of the game, and now Manvel will try to extend the lead with Sefa on for the extra point.
Yeah, he was not to be denied.
Number 5, Reggie Hemphill with the hold.
Hemphill Maps holding. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, but it's through. Manvel extends the lead, 28-14. Will Dawson have enough time with 53 seconds to find the way in the end zone? We find out when we come back on Texan Live.
At Cavender's, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar. 7 flat in the short round. My face.
Working with my partner. 8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavender's. Don't just wear it, live it.
.53 seconds left to play in the first half. Blue Rose, Jeremy Branham on hand here now at Memorial Stadium, where Manville leads it 28-14.
Yeah, last year was 38-14 at the half.
Improvement. So, and Dawson they have all 3 timeouts. And 53 seconds left as they try to make it a touchdown game. Ball will be kicked off by Alexis Lopez, caught by Mouton at his 8. Mouton, nowhere to go again. He's stuffed inside his 15-yard line. There's just nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, great special teams coverage there. 3 guys on top of him. He took maybe 2 steps and they were there.
This drive will start their own 14. And now I wonder if that will play into the decision of Eric Wells. 49 seconds, you're at your own 14. You have 3 timeouts left. Let's see what they elect to do. Zach Smith in the gun. Handoff Johnson. Johnson up the middle, got tripped up. He had a hole.
Number 3, Savion
Crossed the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Clock rolling.
Second consecutive drive they start inside their own 15.
Smith in the gun. Smith, handoff Johnson. Johnson up the middle, has room across the 25-30. Looks for the outside of the 40, 45-50 into Manville territory. He's dragged down from behind at the 45-yard line. 38 yards on the run and a timeout taken by Dawson. We'll keep it right here with 21 seconds left. And boy, Johnson, he looks phenomenal for this Dawson offense. And we thought that Wells might get conservative for Dawson, and he did. But whenever you have Johnson, it's never really conservative. He's got big playability.
Yeah. I don't know if we should say it's amazing that we finally had a big play that had no flags. You know, but
right. It's been a theme tonight, the laundry on the field. So Dawson takes their first time out. They have 2 left with 21 seconds.
Dawson started 5 drives tonight inside their 25.
Whew. Dawson will come back on the field. Some other scores from around the area. Morton Ranch leads Mayde Creek 14-7. That's a game you can listen to here on Texan Live. Klein Oak shutting out to Caney 28-0. Manville in front of Clyde Forest 24-22 at the half. As Dawson over the football, ready to go. Clock stopped before it was actually started before the snap. Here's Smith firing to the near side where it's caught inside the 35 to the 30. And going out of bounds is Nico Thomas. Thomas takes it to the 29-yard line. It's a 16-yard gain and another Dawson first down. Clock stops, 15 seconds left to play in the half. Manville lead by 14. Dawson trying to get into the end zone and cut this lead in half. Empty backfield. Smith with the pressure is going to underthrow the intended receiver at his 25-yard line on the near side of the field. He was looking for Osby Mitchell, the junior tight end.
Jack Smith's pass intended for Osby Mitchell.
Oh, 12 seconds. We're about to that point where they're going to have to go for the end zone if they want to score here before the halftime.
3 seconds come off the clock on that play. Second down and 10 at the Manville 29. Safeties back for Manville. Derek Turner and Deontay Anderson stand near their 15-yard line. Here's Smith. Smith a draw right up the middle. Across the 25 will slide down and takes a quick timeout.
Zach Smith with the carry.
Small gain. It's only a pickup of 4. And down to 7 seconds on the clock. Keep it right here again. We'll take a look at some scores from around the area. Also keep it here for the halftime. I'll show you what these two bands and drill teams have to offer. Four Nations Groves leads Lumberton 14-7. Reagan in front of Westbury 21-0. C.E. King in front of Barbers Hill 19-18 at the half. Sealy shutting out Washington 48-0 at halftime. Dulles and Kempner shootout. Look at this first half score. 3:24 to play in the second quarter. Dulles leads Kempner 41-34.
Is there any defense in that game?
No, there's none. Hightower shutting out Hastings 26-0 at the half. Clear Lake 19-7. Clear Creek 21, Brazoswood 3, and a halftime score over at the Rig where it's Pearland leading Alvin 6-3. Third down and 8. Check that. Third down and 6. Ball at the 25. Smith throwing it over the near side. Caught at the 20. Caught at the 15. And he's tackled down with 1 second. They'll take their last timeout with 1 second left on the clock. As the pass goes to Osby Mitchell, and he's tackled to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10. They take their final timeout with 1 tick left on the board.
They caught a break there because Mitchell could have stepped right out of bounds and saved about 5-6 seconds upfield.
The ball will be on the near hash, and you would think that Baczynski would try this field goal. It'd be about a 32-yard field goal. But you hate to bring it up, but you'd be remiss not to. Last week, Dawson and Pearland playing in the bitter rivalry over at the Rig, and they were going back and forth. Went into overtime, tied at 21 apiece. Pearland got the football first. They would score a touchdown, make it 28-21. Dawson, though, would respond. They got into the end zone as well, and then here comes on Baczynski to try to tie the game up with the extra point. And he missed it off the right upright. No good. Dawson lost the game 28-27. So now Baczynski will try from the near hash. They'll put the tee at the 22-yard line. 32-yard field goal attempt. It is high. It is long enough. And it's good. Baczynski sneaks it in. Right across the upright and just inside.
Manville Mavericks 28.
As Dawson gets a drive to go into the locker room and cut the deficit down to 11. And Lou, while it wasn't a touchdown, it did cut the lead in half. Some momentum for Dawson heading into the locker room.
Absolutely, points for points. No matter how you come by them.
Your thoughts?
In this game, you know, Dawson's going to need all the points they can get from the way Manville's been moving up and down the field. So I think this first half, obviously, you hit the word right when you said it's been exciting. You know, we've seen both offenses go. We've seen the special team kick returners go up and down the field. And penalties have played a major role in how far Dawson has gone and not gone, because you think that 74-yard run back there on their second drive of first drive of the game had to be was a momentum turning point, if nothing else. You know, because Manville turned around and put points on the board right after that, because Dawson penalty after penalty after penalty. So second half, we're going to have to see less penalties, obviously, and better execution.
Manville will get the football to start the second half, and they have the lead. Manville in front of Dawson, 28-17. Give it here for the halftime show on Texan Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.